Hey there, it's Laura, Workalo with Sewing Genius. So if you're wondering, this particular ironing surface is made with a hollow core drawer, and I pat it and I put a twill on it, and after a while it gets a little stained, but maybe I'll turn it around, rotate it at some point. But it works great, and then I use sewing tools like hams and different things like that to do more detailed ironing. It's a gravity feed iron. I have a silver star, which I love. Okay, so now just to answer those possible questions, what I'm going to do is I want to mark every 1/2 inch, and I'm going to do it for about 8 inches. I think it's going to work best to do that. So what I'll do here is I decided I'm going to take and mark every inch with black and every 1/2 inch with pink. Okay, so I'm going to mark along here like this. There, I'll do up to 9 here. Of course, I'm right-handed, so the right-hand one's side of the ruler is easier to do. I'm going to use a 60-inch ruler to connect these lines. All right, so I got, it's a little hard to see from there, but maybe you'll be able to see this. I'll move this over till you can see it. Ah, there we go. It was out of the frame. Okay, that'll work. So I'm gonna go here and eight, 9, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm going to mark the pink lines later because I don't need any 1/2 inches right now because I just want to get through this video, but you can do 1/2 inches. It helps to do your 1/2 inch lines in another color. So, all right, so I've got that right there. This is a ruler, gosh, I'm in Wisconsin now and I feel like a Green Bay Packer fan, but I put ultra suede on the back that happens to be green. And it was a yellow ruler, and you know what's great is in my classes I can say, go get the yellow ruler, and it's really easy because all my other rulers before were silver. But the 60-inch is one of my favorite lengths other than the 36-inch, which I used in the previous video, because it will reach all the way across the table if I'm doing, say, home deck fabric or knits or something like that. So I'm just going to mark the lines right now and just be really easy. I'm not desecrating my board. Okay, so there to there. And these are Sharpie pens, so they won't be going away, but they also will not be bleeding onto my fabric. So that's a really good thing. It's, what do they call it? An ultra fine point, I think. So I'm making sure it's right where my pen line is going to go. What does this say? Ultra fine point, okay? Okay, that's looking good. Sure, if this is boring, just fast forward. It's just that I need enough lines to do what I want to do with these curtains. And you'll find that this is much easier to do it this way. And then once you've got these lines on your board, they're always there. And you're putting the lines on, like sometimes you can buy ironing board covers of that have lines printed on them. But what if you, when you go and you stretch it on, it distorts those lines. This board cover has already been stretched on and settled in, so I don't have to worry about my lines getting distorted. Let's see, that's looking good. Okay, just a few more. just making sure I'm not going like 2 lines down. But also one thing that's nice is that this is a 2-inch wide ruler. So this side of the ruler is going to be on the previous 2 lines. Let's see, put it like that. Okay, there we go. All right, one more. Okay. If I need more in the future, I can always mark them. And I will be adding the pink lines for the 1/2-inch lines, but I'll do that later because they are not necessary for this video, okay? But I'm just showing you, I started with a pink line and then I added that one because I think black is going to be the one that most people are going to really notice. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take, I want to do, as I mentioned earlier, a 2-inch doubled hem. So that means I'm going to lose 4 inches from it, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let this bottom line right here be on the 0 line, okay? And I'll probably put the numbers on. That's helpful in the future. But you see, if you look close, if you are able to look right above, I can see through the sheer fabric. And let just make sure that I'm doing this to the wrong side of the curtain. I am. So that's the wrong side of the curtain. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take and pin 1, 2, 3, 4 at the 4-inch line. And I'm going to pin here at the 4-inch line. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up to the 8-inch line and fold this side up to the 8-inch line. Yay, it fits. Then I'm going to take and pin here on the 8-inch line. My fingers are just not behaving. These are Glasshead pins. So, you know, this kind of process, it's good to have Glasshead pins. I get the 1 3/8 inch Glasshead pins by Dritz, is it Clover or Collins makes some nice ones that are multicolored, which is great. So when I press, this line here will be right on the 4-inch line. So I'm going to press. So I'm not going to slide the iron, okay? Now, whenever I do shears, I want this edge to go right into the crease. So here's the thing, you could conceivably have folded it 2 inches and folded it 2 inches again, but I find it very hard when you fold it that 2 inches again for this edge to go all the way to the fold. I find it it doesn't go evenly. So just with the number of sheer curtains I've made, this is what I've come up with, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put these here because I'm going to use them again, all right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and tuck this to this line here and tuck it all the way in there. And I'm actually going to pin at the fold. So it'll hold that cut edge into that fold. Okay, so this is kind of a bit counterintuitive. So you see, here's that fold. I'm going to fold it to that fold, then fold it back up again, and I'm going to pin right here. Now I'm going to push this in, get that to go all the way to the fold, and hold that down with my fingers. Go in there. Sometimes you can push, you know, from this outer edge to force it into the crease of the fold that you've made at 4 inches. There. You may have to press, you know, pin a little bit more than you did on that other one. Sometimes you have to open that up to make sure it's all the way in there. Then I hold it there to keep it there, okay? And I lean the pins this way because if I pull on the fabric, you know, that way, if I pin them that way and pull the fabric that way, well, then it could pull the pin out. Let's see, is that? I think that's all the way in. I'm not sure though. Nope, it isn't. Okay, so I can always lift up like that and get that right to the crease. And then like this, go right to the crease, will ya? Okay, let's see. Go. There, that's better. I may have to do pins more frequently to really get it to go all the way, but that's okay. It's going to look the best if you can get those right into that crease. Go in there all the way. Go the way. Go all the way in there. These are a little further apart. You get better at this. I haven't done this for a long time, so I have to retrain my fingers to do this method. Okay, I can see that that's just a little shy, you know. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to lift and press. I do not want to slide the iron. I kind of call sliding the iron, I call ironing. This I call pressing. Okay. So now what I can do is I can take this pin and stick it in here. Take this one and stick it in here. So that I'll have the pin set for stitching, okay? Because then all I have to do is stitch close to this edge with matching thread. You know, this is definitely a white curtain, not an off-white. I can just take the pin, I make sure I'm pinned far enough here that if I take this pin out, it doesn't change things. All right, there, and here. Let's get that here. All right, I can pull those. Then what I'm going to do, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to go from left to right. If you're left-handed, do right to left, okay? I'm going to lift this up and push it through. Lift the fabric and the pin, then just bend the fabric in front of the pin to go ahead and put that through, okay? Like that, and like that, that, almost there. And, you know, if basically this should go really quick and easy, and then all of, you know, I have 3 more to do. And then you see how nice and even? Like if I hold this up to the light, there is no missing. It's completely even all the way across. There's no like part where it didn't make it all the way down to the fold. So it comes out really beautifully. So anyway, I hope that that's helpful for you. All I have to do is stitch it and I'm done. So I think you can imagine that since you've stitched enough on your own. Thanks for watching.